Hi students, this is Botany PSR. Now I am going to explain a new chapter, strategies for enhancement in food production. That is chapter 9 in class 12 NCERT. Right. The new techniques that are going to play a pivotal role. Pivotal role means important role in further enhancing food production are two techniques are there. One is embryo transfer technology, shortly as ETT. ETT means embryo transfer technology. Second one is tissue culture. These two are the new techniques that are going to play a pivotal role in further enhancing food production. Next one, green revolution. Have you heard the word green revolution? Majority of people say yes. Green means plants. That means day by day human population is so many times increased. But the production of plants is not increased. By plant breeding it is possible. That means more yield can be produced through plant breeding. So green revolution means increasing the food grain production. Increasing the food grain production through plant breeding. Breeding means crossing. And by following better agronomical practices. So green revolution means which one is increased? Food grain production is increased through plant breeding and by following better agronomical practices is called green revolution. It is shortly I am writing as GR. Right. Who achieved green revolution in India? That is MS Swaminathan. Who achieved green revolution in India? MS Swaminathan. Next, the term green revolution was coined by William Gould. Was that person? So the term green revolution coined by William Gould. What are the points related to William Gould? The term green revolution coined by William Gould, and he was acted as director of USAID. USAID means full form United States Agency for International Development. USAID means United States Agency for International Development. Next, father of green revolution. Father of green revolution means Norman Borlaug or Norman E. Borlaug or simply Borlaug. Father of green revolution in India means we have to say MS Swaminathan. 3 points I have to recall, my dear students. The term green revolution was coined by William Gould. Father of green revolution Norman E. Borlaug. Father of Indian green revolution MS Swaminathan. Most of the students will say like this. Who was father of green revolution means simply say MS Swaminathan. It's wrong. Father of green revolution means Norman Borlaug. Father of Indian green revolution means MS Swaminathan. Try to remember that point, my dear students. Next one. Look at this. Look at here, my dear students. Norman E. Borlaug, he developed dwarf Mexican varieties of wheat. Dwarf Mexican is a variety of wheat. That wheat variety was developed at Mexico. This organization means International Center for Wheat and Maize Improvement. Organization name is International Center for Wheat and Maize Improvement, shortly called as ICWMI. Where is it located? At Mexico. That's why it is so called dwarf Mexican varieties of wheat. Dwarf are simply also called semi-dwarf Mexican variety. Semi-dwarf Mexican variety of wheat also called simply dwarf Mexican variety of wheat, where it was developed in ICWMI, that organization located at Mexico. That's why it is so called dwarf Mexican varieties of wheat. Next one, points related to M.S. Swaminathan. He introduced dwarf Mexican varieties of wheat into India. Actually, that wheat variety developed by Norman Borlaug. That wheat variety, dwarf Mexican variety, is introduced from Mexico to India by M.S. Swaminathan. M.S. Swaminathan not developed a dwarf Mexican variety of wheat. Who developed dwarf Mexican variety of wheat? Norman Borlaug. What he did? He introduced that dwarf Mexican varieties of wheat from Mexico to India. Which variety that was developed by Swaminathan means he developed scented basmati rice variety. He also developed one variety called rice variety, which is basmati rice variety, that is scented basmati rice variety. Scented basmati rice variety was developed by means M.S. Swaminathan. He also initiated, that is, he is an initiator for lab to land, that means the plants that are cultivated in lab shifted to land. Next, food security and several other environmental programs. These are the points related to M.S. Swaminathan. Please note down all these points, my dear students. Now, what is plant breeding? What is the purpose of plant breeding? We have to discuss. Right, what is plant breeding? Means it is an applied branch of botany that deals with improvement of crops and production of new crop varieties. That means day by day human population is increasing, but the land which is present may not increase. Then what we have to do? That means plants should be crossed with each other to produce more and more food production. So what is plant breeding means? The branch of botany that deals with improvement of crops and production of new crop varieties is called plant breeding. What is the purpose of plant breeding or functions of plant breeding? To create desired plants. That means desired means wanted characters, desirable characters. The plant should possess desirable characters, wanted characters to give better yield. Better yield means quantity of crop should be increased. To give better yield, quantity of crop should be increased. To produce disease resistant plants, to improve quality of crops also. That means what is the function of Plant breeding means to improve the quality of crop, quantity of crop also, to increase tolerance to environmental stresses, that is salinity. Salinity means salty water, salt water. Extreme temperatures, drought conditions. Drought means that is scarcity of water, that is waterless conditions. To increase tolerance to insect pests. To increase tolerance is nothing but resistant only. To increase tolerance to insect pests. Finally, resistance to pathogens like bacteria, viruses, fungi, etc. So these are all the functions of plant breeding, purpose of plant breeding. Okay, and come to this place, my dear students. Look at here. Conventional plant breeding. Conventional means old. Conventional means old plant breeding is practiced for thousands of years since the beginning of human civilization. That means plant breeding is developed. It is not developed in recent years. It is developed in previous years only. That is thousands of years since the beginning of human civilization. Recorded evidence of plant breeding dates back. That is when this plant breeding is present means 9,000 to 11,000 years. In those years, this plant breeding is there, isn't it? So now we are in 2020. That means in 9,000 to 11,000 years, in those dates, this plant breeding is there. Today, all our major fruit crops are derived from, that means domesticated varieties. Domesticated varieties means the varieties which are cultivated in houses are called domesticated varieties. Right. Classical plant breeding. Classical means new. Classical means new. So classical plant breeding involves means crossing of two plants. That is crossing of two plants which are pure lines. That is involves crossing of pure lines followed by artificial selection. That is classical plant breeding involves both hybridization and selection. What is a pure line? What is a pure line means the progeny of a single self-pollinated homozygous plant is called pure line. See, let us suppose this is a plant and this is a flower, this is a stamen, this is gynoecium. So, self-pollination means transfer of pollen grains from anthers to the stigma of same flower. So, that is so called self-pollination. If continuous self-pollination means homozygosity will be present. So, the progeny of a single self-pollinated homozygous plant is called pure line. What is a pure line means? The progeny or the plants that are produced through single plant which is self-pollinated, homozygosity in nature, that is so called pure line. Pure line always perform what type of pollination? Self-pollination. What type of zygosity? Homozygosity. So you please note down all these points and we will meet in the next class.